And thank you so much for tuning into Life as a Mommy too. I just wanted to come on here and say hello because I haven't chat with you guys in a while. I also, for some of you who watch my videos, you know that I recently traveled to Punta Cana with my husband and the 2 kids. And so today I just wanted to share my experience with you guys, show you guys some pictures. I didn't do much vlogging or filming while I was there because I just wanted to take it all in and just enjoy, you know, family time. It's very rare that the 4 of us get together and just have family time. And so I was just more focused on just enjoying my family. And so I didn't get to film much or vlog much. I did take a lot of pictures and a few short clips of like the scenery, of which I'm going to share with you. But I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to vlog. But I had an awesome time. My trip was cut short because we did miss our flight the first day. So we missed the night. But although it was a short trip, I enjoyed it. My kids enjoyed it. My husband enjoyed it. And I'm just going to go ahead and share some of those pictures with you and my experience. I hope you enjoy it. We have made it to Punta Cana, baby. Where'd I go? Go, baby. Justin is driving this car. Justin is driving the car. Good job, baby. Don't do that, Justin. Don't do that. So yeah, that was our trip to Punta Cana. As you can see in the pictures, it's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful, well, the resort we stayed at was very beautiful. It was time for a vacation, and so I appreciated every moment of it. Now there were a few ups and downs. For instance, getting to going the first day when we missed our flight. With the kids and traveling with a whole bunch of luggage, and we got to the airport about 10 minutes before they closed down the gate, and so we missed our flight, and then had to be on standby the next morning, hoping that we get on that flight, and we did. But when we got there, we already had our car service waiting for us. The ride there was maybe from the airport to the resort was about 15-20 minutes. I speak no Spanish. My husband speaks no Spanish, and so communicating with the folks out there was a challenge. But we actually made it work. So getting there, although the driver was speaking Spanish to us, or when we asked questions, he didn't understand us. That was our challenge to begin with, and we already at that point we kind of felt, knew like, okay, all right, we need to take out our Google dictionary and start figuring out this language and how we're going to communicate to these people. When we got to the resort, it was beautiful, magnificent. I was just so happy that we picked that resort, because in the beginning, when doing the reservations, it was between Paradisus Resort and another resort called the Palladium. And before booking, I did some reviews and saw that the Paradisus just had more to offer. So I just went with Paradisus, and I'm happy with what I picked. I was happy then with what I picked versus Palladium, because on our way to our resort, we actually passed the other hotel that we wanted to book, and I wasn't too impressed with the location of where it was at, like right in the middle of the city, and it didn't look, it wasn't private. So at that point I was kind of happy that I didn't pick that resort. But anyway, we get to the resort. It's beautiful. It's magnificent. The person checking us in happened to be a Haitian like I am, and so I felt like, cool, like I can communicate with him, and he'll show us around, and we'll be good. So we get into our room. The first room we get going to, we were kind of like, okay, it's 2 full-size bed. They had a pull-out bed already pulled out. It was just didn't look like what we saw in the picture. So I'm like, okay, well, whatever. We're not going to be hanging out in the room anyway. We plan on just being out the whole time anyway, so fine. We get ready to go into the shower, turn on the water, and it was brown water coming out. And so we're like, okay, brown water, nah. Let's call the receptionist and see if we can get another room. We go into another room and still wasn't happy with it. But then again, we were only going to be there for 2-3 nights, and we weren't going to waste our time just jumping from room to room and knowing that we weren't going to really stay in the room. So we settled for the second room they gave us, which we still weren't satisfied with, but we had no time to just argue and go back and forth. So we hung out there. Again, we did have some issues with the room, and we called room service a few times, but the people that they would send to us didn't speak any English, and so again, it started to get frustrating at that point. But whatever. Again, we're still just trying to enjoy our short family vacay, and altogether, the city is beautiful. The resort, external part of the resort, is just beautiful. The water, the white sand, the beach, magnificent. However, our service at the Paradisus Hotel could have been better. Could have been way better. I'm not gonna go, into any deeper into some of the things that I experienced, but Paradisus could have done a lot better as far as customer service is concerned. However, we went to the beach. The food was okay. My son enjoyed himself. Like, he loved whenever you were going out of your room and to, the beach or to the restaurant, a golf cart would come pick you up. And Justin just loved the golf cart. He never wanted to come off. Our ride from the when we first got there, the driver actually let Justin sit on his lap and actually, act like he was driving the cart with him. So he loved that. But all in all, the customer service there wasn't the best, but I really enjoyed my time. And would I go back? Yeah, they have different levels to that at that hotel. They have, Punta Cana. Paradise is Punta Cana, then there's Punta Cana Reserve. I mean, you pay more as you go up. So would I go back to that resort? I'm not sure, but I wouldn't mind trying out the next level up. Maybe, you just get what you pay for type thing. And so I might consider going back there. Going to Punta Cana, I definitely want to go back to Punta Cana because it's beautiful. Maybe it's another resort, but who knows? But yeah, I had a good time, and I'm just so happy my family went. Now, traveling with 2 kids is the most craziest thing ever. Again, I don't regret bringing my kids, but I don't see myself traveling with them for a very long time because it was so hard. The hardest part was, going through security at the airport. We had, I traveled with stroller, so I had Grace seat in the back and Justin in the front, and it was convenient. I'm happy I did bring that. However, taking them in and out, standing on lines, having them check them, and me and my husband just wasn't enough. If we had one more adult there, maybe it would have worked. But it was so hard. And going to the airport, actually, our first day when we missed our flight, we were arguing back and forth with the American airline people because Justin is supposed to be free because he's under 2 years old. But they looked at him and they're like, oh my God, his size, he's way bigger. You're going to have to buy a seat for him. That was another story on its own. Like, me and the lady was just going back and forth. She's telling me my son is just way too big. He can't sit on our lap, and we would have to pay $500 for a ticket for him so he can have his own seat. And I'm like, but that's not what you're advertising. You're advertising that if the child is less than 2 years old, then they travel free. So we went back and forth. Of course, we won that argument because, it is what it is. You guys are the one that, came up with the policy. So you can't now say you're charging me. So my son is still 1 year old. He's not 2 yet. They tried to say that he was just overly sized. Like, as a mom, I took it to heart, and I was going in with the agent. But again, we won that fight. But traveling with 2 kids is rough. In December or January, I'm supposed to be traveling to Nigeria to go visit my husband's family, and so I know that's going to be challenging too. But it won't just be me. It'll be my husband's 2 nephews and me and the kids, and so I should have some help. But I'm not looking forward to it at all. I'm not looking forward to the flying part. Justin was okay on the flight. He didn't. He was actually okay. He was good on the flight. He fell asleep. Before we took off, he was a little, agitated, and he didn't want to sit down. But as soon as the plane started moving, he went to sleep. And so both him and Grace were pretty good on the plane. But yeah, that was our trip. I had an awesome time. I needed the vacation. My husband needed it. And now I'm back here in PA where it's cold and, the leaves are falling. I mean, it's still beautiful out here as well. But I just wish we had palm trees and more sun at this point. But we had an awesome time. I hope you enjoyed the video. I think I want to make another video on what you need when traveling with babies. I'll definitely make a video on that as well. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you soon in my next video. Bye.